Happy New Year. Welcome to January 2022's real estate market update for the Denver metro area. So excited to bring this information to you each and every single month so you can stay tuned and make the best decision financially for your future. Hey everybody, Jeremy Kane here, eXp Realty. Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time, please smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll be notified each and every time we drop videos, and especially those monthly market updates that we'll be doing all 12 months of this year. Let's dive in. 2021 was a great year. The stock market rallied. We did have some setbacks with COVID. We were strapped with those supply chain issues with the shipping containers stuck out at sea, and things have really kind of come full circle in the COVID world. Maybe something we might have to live with for a few years down the road. So let's talk about that impact on the real estate market as it pertains to the economic climate that we're seeing right now. All right, everybody, as you know, the Fed has started pulling back on their mortgage-backed security purchases. Just by the first day in January, saw almost a quarter-point increase in interest rates. Who knows which way they're gonna go? I've heard predictions of up to 4, sideways, stay the same, go up, come down. You never know. Talk to your local lender there and they'll be able to help you out with that. But as you know, that first day of 2022 saw an immediate impact as the interest rate went up almost a quarter point in one day, which is a big time raise, but we're still here sitting in the low threes as we go. So definitely get in touch with that mortgage advisor and see where they think the interest rates are going, if that has any effect on your future plans. All right, let's dive into some real estate numbers. As you may or may not know, the December close came in at a median price up 19.78% year over year. That's almost a 20% gain in appreciation into homeowners' pockets, out of home buyers' pockets. Once you become a home owner, then you get a benefit from that. As you're working on the sidelines right now to try and purchase a home, that's something that we're gonna kind of be saddled with, is continued appreciation mixed with those rising interest rates, and affordability will become some sort of a numbers game and something to keep balanced as we move forward. In DMAR's 11 county area, the 2021 median price overall was up 16.67%. So definitely huge gains, record gains across the board in appreciation, making that first-time home buyer mark rise a little bit. Definitely something to keep an eye on. And if you chose to rent last spring, you're going to be into a different market here. Maybe be able to afford a little less home. With the interest rates ticking up, that immediately affects the amount of home you can purchase for your qualification. So definitely make plans for that accordingly. As we continue, we'll see those rise together, making your monthly payment more, meaning that you can qualify for maybe a little less if your financial situation hasn't changed. Let's talk about what we have moving into 2022. At the close of December, there was 968 single-family homes available and 509 attached single-family homes. Whoa, that's 3.3 million people and 1.4 million homes, and we have less than 1,500 homes on the market to choose from. Obviously, as the holidays conclude, we will see a little bit of a tick, but we are almost starting at zero when talking about the amount of homes in the metro area for sale. And so that is something that will absolutely impact moving forward. The demand is there. We see multiple offers all across the board. The supply is not there. So typical laws of supply and demand. When supply is low and demand's high, the prices go up. So that's something that buyers getting into this market will need to take into consideration as they continue to compete at the highest levels and put their best foot forward. It's absolutely something that's going to need to be taken care of as we push into the spring buying season, where more people will be into the market and so on. With that said, December was hot. We had only 2,652 new listings come to market. We had 4,504 closings. So that's already a negative result from just closed to new on the market. But then you throw in there 3,321 homes go under contract. Homes are moving at an electric rate, and something that we need to really look into and create more inventory. If now is the time to sell for you, it's a great time to sell. We need to look at your next plans. Those sellers who are selling here in the metro area, moving out of state or maybe a little further out, are definitely able to increase their profits and attack that as they go. Not to mention, as you know, the tragedy of the Marshall Fire up in Boulder County, almost 1,000 homes lost. Those are buyers that weren't in the market that may be into the market, whether they're looking to rent and rebuild, or maybe they're going to cut their losses and take that money and purchase again. That's something to really consider, as we have 1,000 less homes for which to list, and we also have 1,000 new buyers or renters in the market. That is also going to drive that competition, as well as maybe give them, I hope, a upper hand as some of these competitions, as they need a place to live and absolutely were displaced, unfortunately. All right, let's do a little math. As you hear about these rising interest rates and rising prices, some of you may be hesitant to say, oh, maybe renting's good for me. We all know that rental prices are absolutely going up, but let's dive into a little math. So say we had $15,000. We take $15,000, put it in the stock market. We're reporting a 27% gain in some aspects of the stock market as an average. So let's say that you did that. 27% of $15,000, your money's going to grow by $4,050. You have about $19,050 at that point of your initial investment of $15,000 plus the gain of $4,050. Okay, let's say we dive into the real estate market, and with that $15,000, we leverage the lender's money and we buy a $500,000 house at 3% down. Okay, once we do that, say we bought that on January 1st, appreciation rates are 16.67% across the board, so we'll use that number, a little bit lower than actually most Denver metro area saw. So we'll dive into that. So $500,000, you're gaining your equity on that number versus the $15,000 that you put in. So let's take that initial investment, $500,000, $15,000 cash down on a 3%. Your equity is going to gain on that $500,000 number. So we talk about a 16.67 increase in value from year over year. So let's say January 1st you bought a house, $500,000, gains at 16.67%. That's a gain of $83,350. Add on to that your $15,000 initial investment, and you're almost at a $100,000 gain, a little bit shy there. So that's the difference between investing in stock market and investing in real estate. Not to mention, you or somebody else can live in that home that you invested in. So it may be a dogfight to get in, but absolutely worth it, as we are expected to see appreciation in the double digits again, especially here in the Denver metro area. It may be worth it to grind those teeth, get in, maybe settle a little bit, because as that value grows, then you can get into that next home and that next home and kind of stack your investments on top of each other and really do a great job there. January market will be very similar. I'm already seeing over 100 showings in a weekend, 27 offers on certain properties, crazy numbers coming out. But understand that as a buyer, you got to stay in that fight, because the return will be real once you get into it, and you'll never be dissatisfied with actually having a home that your money is growing inside of while you live there, versus a stock that you kind of just look at the computer screen and see, don't get much besides gain if you get that gain out of it. A lot of people talking about corrections both in the stock market and the housing market. I don't see it in the housing market for a few years, as our demand is so incredibly high, especially in Denver areas, as well as those areas that people love to live in. And we'll go from there. So thanks for tuning in. Jeremy Kane. If you have any questions, would love to chat with you. Keep this dialogue going, as I know that every market is a little bit different, hyper local. Look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great January. Bye-bye.